Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Good.
Yash, you're on mute.
Hi, Yashasvi.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Can someone check if you're live on YouTube?
Yeah, Sneha, you're checking?
Yes, I'm checking. It's not yet showing up for me.
Okay. It's still that
It's probably taking a
yesterday
few
wala
minutes.
problem, I think. Thelma, this is lovely to see you. You're from Zambia. Hey, hi. I used to live in Ghana many years back. And it's yeah, so nice to see you. So nice to see you, Thelma. I can't hear you though, because I think you're muted. Yeah, are we on now?
Doesn't show up for me as yet.
No, then we have that yesterday's wala thing going on, I think. Yash.
Just a second, ma'am.
Though I think the stress on that is a lot less because now I've increased the Zoom size to 500. I said,
Oh, have you?
I did that. Hi, Jaya.
Hey, hi, Mudra.
Hey, fantastic, fantastic. Rumi, I must introduce you to Jaya, who was the original, connect for Aspire for her. So there she is. I know Maha and all know Jaya well, but you haven't met her as yet, and this is the best that we can do under the circumstances.
If I'm not mistaken, we did meet Rumi after we spoke to Rumi, but I don't see her.
You did not see her, I think. Yes, yes.
Right. Hi, Rumi. All the best for the webinar launch. You're on mute.
Hi, Jaya. No, I'm still trying to fix my background. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get that beautiful background that the
Blue
girls
background that
created.
all of us have, yeah.
Just my luck.
Hi, Marshmita. All the best.
Hi, Jaya. Hi, Rumi.
Hey, hi. Hi, Maha.
Okay, we'll have to get everyone on mute. I think that's what you'll have to do, Yash. I know. Okay, is it live streaming now, Sneha, by any chance?
I'm just going to reload and check it again.
It's not live streaming till now.
I'm not able to see it. I'm just going to reload. Daita, till then, can you just keep admitting people? I'm going to go check from another device.
Yeah, sure.
No, it says video unavailable. Video is private for some strange reason. To me, that's what it's saying.
Ma'am, I think we are live now. My parents just confirmed that they can see me on YouTube.
Okay. Okay. I don't know why it says in my case it's saying unavailable. Why is it saying that?
I'll just check the link once.
Yeah.
It's saying the same thing for me as well. I'll probably just check the link again.
Oh, I should actually go on that link which you sent, right?
Yes.
Okay, Girisha says YouTube is working for her, which is great. Guys, would you all please check if you guys can see us on YouTube? Just see everyone else. The link that got sent across today.
Yes, it's there, ma'am.
It's working now, even I can see it.
Fantastic.
Oh, yes, Auntie, it's
Oh,
working.
I should actually go on. Yeah, some of you need to be on YouTube as well, but I think we will have lots more people in Zoom, so that's fine. I think, okay, great, fabulous. Fabulous.
Okay.
I think
Do
you can
we have Manoj, sir?
No, I think he's not here as yet. Let me check. No, we don't have Manoj as yet. So we'll just wait for Manoj to come. I guess it's anyway 3 minutes to go. So normally we take a few minutes to get started. I think we'll just give it a little time. Yes, you might want to ask people where they have all joined in from and who are the people who, oh, there is Manoj. I can see Manoj.
So I can see we have 30 people on Zoom right now.
Right.
And I'm hoping that there are a lot of people on YouTube as well watching this live. So any of the people who have joined us, would you like to tell us where you have joined from and how you came to know about this webinar? And are you a member of Aspire for Her or not?
You just wait in the chat box for each of them to come in, right?
Yeah.
Fabulous.
You can put your answers in the chat box or you can unmute us yourself and talk.
A warm welcome to Manoj. I did see Manoj. Hi, Manoj. Hi.
Hi, Madhura.
Hey. Warm
Good
welcome to
evening.
you.
Thank you so much.
Madhura, we have Dr. Vanita also on the webinar.
Wow, Dr. Vanita, warm welcome to you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Dr. Vanita is from SIES, one of our very good partners in our college outreach program. I can see Avneet Gupta also, and I think Jaya, you did mention his name, right? He helped us get connected with IBM in the first place. So warm welcome to you, Avneet. I can't see you here.
Hi, Manoj. How are you? Jai here.
Hello, Jaya. Good evening.
Thank you so much, Manoj. Thank you so much for bringing to this table.
No, a pleasure. Well, you guys are a very, very enthusiastic organization, so it's always a pleasure to help and be associated with you with folks like you guys. So
It's an honor for us, sir, that you have joined us today.
I
Thank you
was
so
just telling Manoj that he's the first man ever to be on an Aspire for Her webinar. Okay, so he's saying he's had a good thing and a bad thing.
Absolutely.
why do you think I'm dressed up now?
So we'll just give it another 2-3 minutes as people start streaming in.
We can see you now, Rumi ma'am. You're on mute.
Thank you, Yash.
So I'm seeing that some people are telling where they came to know about the webinar. Some people have found it out from their friends. We have a lot of members over here. We have a lot of ambassadors who are already with Aspire for Her. Great to have all of you over here. Thank you for joining.
Fabulous. I think another couple of minutes and we should start. Maybe give it another minute or so because I see a lot of people still sort of streaming in. And this is the first time that we're also doing the YouTube. So I guess hopefully we will have some people watching us on YouTube as well.
Yes. We have 50 people here already.
Yes, that's right. Yeah. I think we should get started in the next minute or so. So Rumi had a video that she wanted to share, and I think sometime in the course of the thing, first between the first question and second question. So yes, she'll just. Her screen share is working fine, so I don't think we have a problem.
Hi, Madhura. Good evening. This is Avneet.
Hey, Avneet, thank you so much, and really, really appreciate all the help.
No problem at all.
Thank you. Thank you.
And all the best to your new initiative.
Yeah, thank you, Avneet. I think we really need supporters like you to back us. And I'm so happy that we have so many people from IBM here on this call today, just as a mark of support for us. It's very special for us. Thank you. A whole bunch of people coming in even now. So
Hi, Khushbu. Welcome. Great to know that you came to know about Aspire for Her from your friends. We have students from SIES College. Welcome, everyone.
fantastic.
I think we can get started now.
Yeah, I think so. Yash, you want to start off and then I'll talk?
So first of all, welcome, a warm welcome to all our viewers who have joined us today. And I would like to tell you all that we also have certificates for those who attend the entire webinar. So please make sure that you stay with us till the end and take your certificates with you. So Madhura ma'am, can you start by giving an introduction to what Aspire for Her is and why we have gathered here today?
Thank you, Yash. This is absolutely wonderful to see all of you here today because it's a very special day for us at Aspire for Her. And very, very warm welcome to Rumi, Manoj, leading the CSR team at IBM, and to Mahashweta, who is also with IBM, at IBM for a very long time, and she's in the technical side. Not giving their formal designations because I think that's not what this what the space is for. But thank you so much. We love the way in which you guys have supported us so far, and we're very proud and happy to be launching the Open P-Tech platform of IBM on the Aspire for Her platform today. It's a great pleasure to welcome all of you, especially Dr. Vanita, my fellow mentors, Jaya. Of course, Avneet, not to forget you. You were the one who made the first connect with IBM, so thank you very much for that. And everyone else who's here, a very, very warm welcome to this. What we really want to do today is to get all of our members and supporters one step closer to their dream careers. And that we feel will be possible by the excellent programs that Open P-Tech provides to us. What is Open P-Tech? What does it really do? I think between Yashashvi and the eminent panelists that we have here today, they will demystify all of that for you. So we're really looking forward to that. Very excited for this journey ahead. This is just the beginning. We are just getting started. Aspire for Her today is just a little more than 6 months old, but we have a community size of 14,000. And our mission is to motivate young college women to enter and stay in the workforce and to pursue amazing careers. So with that, I'll hand over to Yash to take it forward from here.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction, ma'am. Before we begin, I would like to quickly introduce our speakers for today to our viewers. We have with us Mrs. Rumi Malik Mitra, who is currently leading strategy and new initiatives at IBM India and South Asia. She also has more than 18 years of experience with IBM and has also held the position of head of the CSR department IBM India previously. We also have with us Mr. Manoj Balachandran, who is presently heading the CSR department for IBM India and South Asia. Finally, we have Mrs. Mahashweta Roy, who is currently the Project and Quality Manager for her very start. I would like to thank you all for joining us once again, and it's a delight for us to have you all today. So, I'm sure that all of our viewers are very excited about the learning opportunities that Open P-Tech has to offer and are keen to learn more about the program and how we use these opportunities to advance our careers. Rumi ma'am, could you tell us about the P-Tech learning platform and why IBM started such a platform in the first place?
Hello, Yash, and thank you. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm very thrilled to be here with all of you today for the launch of the Open P-Tech program with Aspire for Her. And I want to start by thanking everyone who has joined today and those of you who are going to be joining on the various platforms, as well as seeing this later in the next few days. For those of you who are here and who are listening in, thank you very much. We want to say that we hope you join Open P-Tech and start your learning journey there. And we'll be very proud to be a part of your lives as you do so. So I hope that each of you will take full advantage of this opportunity. And what we mean by that is that you hear from us today, as you hear from us today, you also go ahead and start your learning on Open P-Tech. And I know it's COVID times and we have bigger challenges. You have bigger challenges to look at, to address your completing of your academic courses, your exams. And we recognize that, we are aware of that. But in the meantime, we also wanted to introduce you to Open P-Tech as a channel for you to continue your learning, to learn new skills with all the offering that's available there. And perhaps start your learning, online learning journey from there if you haven't already. So to answer to that question, let me start with, again, what are we doing here? What is Open P-Tech all about? Now, IBM is trying to make our lives easier by bringing us learning content that are relevant for students like you. And we are curating it in a way on the platform that you find all the relevant resources easily available that you can not only learn from, but also track your learning progress. Let me talk about a couple of things that are important in Open P-Tech. Let me start with courses. Now, what are these courses that we are talking about? Where are they coming from? So Open P-Tech is providing all those industry validated courses primarily from IBM, but also from a host of other companies who have partnered with. Now, going forward, we do plan to bring in learning content curated from multiple industries, not just the IT industries. It could be manufacturing, it could be any of those industries, even not-for-profits and other partners, which are good extension to learning technology, learning workplace, how do you cope with workplaces, resources that help you understand your careers and new careers that are coming up. And all of these are going to be available throughout that you can use freely from your laptop or your mobile phone. Simply said, you can just access it from anywhere. Now, second, when we talk about courses, as I mentioned, technology courses, what are this all about and why are they really important for you? The platform Open P-Tech provides you introductions to emerging technologies like cloud. You may have heard about cloud and artificial intelligence and cybersecurity and blockchain and many others. It's also provide courses on professional skills that you're going to need as you prepare for your workplace. Now, why is it relevant? It's relevant for, not only students who are pursuing an IT career or an IT pathway, information technology pathway, where traditionally we think all the kind of technology learning is important, but it is actually important for everyone because it exposes students to technologies that are going to virtually shape every industry in the near future. So no matter what industry you are from or you're going to be, you plan to be, technology is going to impact that work and to help it get done. So this is where your learning journey, whether you are currently engineering students or an IT students, for all of you out there, Open P-Tech becomes a very critical starting point of that journey. Now, what does the platform also provide? As I said, emerging technologies, but what is also important and becoming more and more important as we move forward is general career exposures and professional skills. Now, we know that every single company, regardless of which industry they come from, they care about these skills. What are these skills really? These are critical thinking, creative thinking, the ability to collaborate, to present effectively, the ability to show agility in the way that you deliver your work products. All of these are various 21st century skills that are becoming more and more relevant from the industry that we are going to be a part of. Now, it will be interesting for you to know that as we talk about these things like, you may have heard about this, the future of skills, the future of jobs. Employers are more and more looking at these skills, these 21st century skills. And you'll be happy to know that Open P-Tech actually has, there is a list of 11 top skills that employers look for. And Open P-Tech actually has courses on 9 skills right now, and we are going to reach the 11 also. Let me also reiterate why it is important for you to take these courses. So baseline introductions to this kind of technologies are going to be very valuable for you, because not only you're getting new skills, it is ramping up your resume as you get ready to really face potential employers. Now, after your formal education, this is going to give you a leg up. So from a sort of build your resume as a ramp up with respect to the all others who may have not taken this. So it's going to actually make you much more competitive in the market. Now, what is really the differentiator? And I may have mentioned this once before. So all the courses that you see out here, they had been actually designed by IBM for IBMers. So all of these years, IBMers have been learning these courses in-house to upgrade their skills. And a lot of these courses are also provided by IBM to its clients and partners. Now, we have curated and designed all of this kind of content for Open P-Tech. So these are now available and curated for younger audience, young people like you. How can you access it? Very simple. As I said, it is accessible by your mobile phone, no matter where you are. If you have a basic internet technology, internet connection, you can access it from anywhere and you can continue your learning wherever you are. Last, I also wanted to mention one important piece. We all talk about courses and skills and certificates. What we have on the platform is what we call badges, which are industry recognized badges. Now, there are 6 courses out there on the platform, 7 perhaps out there on the platform that come with industry recognized badges. Now, these are the same badges that are given to all industry partners and those who are availing, who used to previously avail IBM courses. These are now offered to all the students free. And by the end of the year, we most likely will have 12 plus badge courses. So badges are those certificates that we talk about. And it's simple. You complete a course, you get a badge, and you can actually use this badge on your LinkedIn profile. Now, 6 courses, don't be scared. That's just a part of what I explained. There is a huge, large catalog of courses that is also available on Open P-Tech, which has been taken from different industry partners that we already have. And they also come with different levels of accreditations that is available via those partners. So in a nutshell, conclusion, we think that Open P-Tech is a very interesting innovation, and it allows every student to get up that ramp up of your skills that are going to help in your careers as you move forward and take the next step. It gives you industry validated skills. It gives you industry validated badges. So whenever you are applying for a job or even an internship, these are what's going to really set you apart from the others. So typically the first step, as we say, the first step of the journey to your workplace starts with Open P-Tech. That's all, Yash.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I absolutely love the idea behind, starting this platform, and the fact that that IBM actually uses these courses to train their officials has now been made public for learners to, better their skills. It's like absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Could you could you name some courses that P-Tech has to offer for our learners to know, so that if they are interested, they can check out the website?
Yes, so let me do this. Let me just try to share my screen and give a very quick demo of the platform, if that's all right. So
Yeah, sure.
Can you see my screen?
Not as yet.
Okay, just 1 second.
Yes, we can see it now.
Okay, so this is the platform, Open P-Tech platform that we have been talking about. Let me give you a quick demo of what it means to work on the platform. This is how the platform looks like. So you have the top courses out here. It shows you what it is all about. You can take a quick look at what are those badges and the top courses that has been offered from IBM. As you move down, you can also take a quick look at what all are available. So there are special resources for teachers. There are additional learning available on technology. There is a very interesting video that we had created some time ago when we started the Open P-Tech program. So this also gives you some of the experiences of other students as they have come in and started using Open P-Tech. So it gives you all of this information. Now, what you do is you just either register if you're the first time user and you sign in like this. So it's going to give me a sign in because I'm going to use my IBM credentials to sign in. You can use any of these that's available out here. So very quickly, let me just show you what it gives. So as you sign in, you can use any of your IDs to sign in. Give me 1 second. The first time that you sign in, it's going to ask you for creating a profile. And as you create a profile, you will also be asked to fill in that profile and give all other credentials. Just give me 1 second and I'll just quickly do this and show it to you.
Sure.
I'm having a bit of a problem signing in. Let me try to do this later. And in the meantime, let me just explain some of the courses that's out there. So, okay. So as we were talking about courses, there are technology courses and there are professional development courses, right? So technology courses, some examples would be like very important areas like data science. It would be about artificial intelligence. There is blockchain, there is cybersecurity. Now, I would recommend students to take up when they start with perhaps one technology course and a professional development course. In technology courses, let me give an example from, let's say, data science. Now, we understand the importance of data. So all of you out here would have heard about data analytics and data science as a discipline, right? And it's not new. We have been talking about data for a long time. But what it has become in the last few years is much more organized as a discipline that goes beyond and covers almost everything. Very simple example. You use your phones daily, you're creating a lot of data out there. You use all the social media platform, you do online shopping. All of this creates a lot of data. Now, what the course is going to tell you about is really what is the use of all this data and how can it be useful to the larger ecosystem? So it talks about the history of data science. It demystifies some of these terms like structured data, unstructured data. It tells you what it means to manage data, to share data, to put data to work, and all of these essential things. Then it tells you how do you visualize data. This is where it starts talking about really what do you do with data if you get a whole volume of data? What kind of tools you can use? Whether you need to really have programming skills if you want to work with data, or can you do without programming skills? So there are examples of tools like programming language like Python or R. then visualization tools like Tableau and ggplot and how you can use them. And then the course also gives you a couple of examples in terms of really, if you have real life data like this, how do you use those tools to use them? And then it connects data to machine learning. And many of you would have heard about this buzzwords, right? Artificial intelligence and machine learning. And you would wonder, I'm talking about data. Where does machine learning come in? Where does AI come in? But that's where it connects. So it connects to all the real life scenarios of use of data, use of the tools, and you as a beginner, even if you have no background whatsoever on data use or data science, how do you really go step by step in understanding what is the theory, what is the practice, what are the tools, and what is the use in real life context? And this is the whole structure that the platform follows for all the various courses that is there. So you will get multiple interactive videos that will give you real life scenarios. You will get a lot of quizzes and questions right in the middle of your courses, which are sort of going to trigger you to think and trigger you to respond. And it will give you quizzes and say, hey, here's 4 options, answer. As you keep doing that, you are also learning and testing yourself in how are you learning, how are you progressing. So this is the whole format of any courses that you take. As you take each courses, you tick mark that I have completed a learning lessons, and you progress slowly towards getting your badge and getting your certificate. In the same way, professional skills host a host of courses like collaborative learning, critical thinking, and it's not only a theory and a heading, but it also tells you how do you use critical thinking in your day-to-day lives. How do you present with a purpose? How do you collaborate with teams? What are those difficult scenarios? How do you do a bit of crisis management there? So it actually builds a whole set of skills, but in a very engaging and interactive manner that urges you to react, that urges you to think, that urges you to respond to questions. So this is how overall courses are designed. I hope to share the demo quickly so that some of you can understand how it works, but it's fairly simple. And a host of courses are curated there. It's a self-paced learning, so you're at your ease to learn, complete your courses, and get your badges. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. I would also like to inform all the viewers that we have the P-Tech platform linked to our website, which is aspireforher.org. You can go to aspireforher.org and go to the learning tab over there. You will see the link that takes you to the P-Tech learning platform, and you can sign up and start your learning over there. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
As Rumi ma'am mentioned, these buzzwords, cybersecurity, data science, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, we are hearing a lot of these nowadays. So Manoj sir, could you tell us a little about what these buzzwords actually mean and what kind of career opportunities do they have to offer?
So very good evening to one and all. It's an honor to be here. And, as Madhura kind of put a lot of pressure by saying that I'm the only man on the panel here. So I have to behave well and make sure that I give you the right answers also, right? So let me also tell you that Open P-Tech is definitely a tool which I use internally in my house to ensure that my 15-year-old daughter does what I ask her to do. If she doesn't, then I ask her to go and do a course on Open P-Tech. And if she's undergoing any punishment, if she's under timeout or something, she'll come back and say, hey, you know what? Are you okay if I finish 2 more badges on Open P-Tech so that then I can kind of give me a so this is a good tool for both people who have got kids and for kids. Okay, you can use that. You can use this as a great platform. So yes, you were talking about these buzzwords, right? So let me kind of and maybe we have 5 hours to talk, to kind of demystify these things now. Yeah, maybe I'll take a master class on all that. Okay, so let me try and do it as simple as you can. Okay, make it in layman terms. Artificial intelligence. Okay, now I'm sure that you all understand that You're walking around with machines which are with artificial intelligence. Are you aware of it? Your phones, your smartphones, okay, they have artificial intelligence which is actually built in. Okay, the Siri, the Alexa, the Google assistants, they're all artificial intelligence chatbots which are actually there. Okay, it's there in every field you can think of now. Okay, agriculture to farming to, you're talking about driverless cars from Tesla. You're doing a lot of online retail shopping, right? Amazons and Flipkarts, all of them use AI. Okay, it's AI is actually used in security and surveillance and sports. So much of AI is actually used in IPL, for example, to study how the opponent teams are actually playing. How do I understand how my techniques needs to be changed, and so on and so forth. A lot of that is actually used, tremendously used in manufacturing and production lines, right? If you're talking about industry 4.0, which the organization is actually, or which the country is going through, tremendous amount of AI is actually used. Okay, healthcare, a lot of AI is actually used in healthcare, whether it's diagnostics, whether it's actual hospitals and healthcare systems there. In fact, when COVID had struck, IBM has actually given a AI chatbot for ICMR, which is the Indian Council of Medical Research. And if you go to the ICMR website, you can actually see a chatbot which interacts with the health professionals. Okay, and it actually filters out relevant questions so that the time is effectively used. A similar chatbot is also there on the AP government's website, which is a citizens chatbot. So a lot of chatbots, if you go to the website, a lot of chatbots, it'll pop up and say, hey, how may I help you? Those are all AI related stuff. Okay, all you need to do is just go to Amazon, right? You go see an item there on Amazon. You come back to Facebook, you will potentially see the link. You will see similar ads on Facebook.
True.
Social media tremendously used. Okay, so you're waking up and ending your day with AI. Okay, and it's an ability of a machine to kind of perform cognitive functions, which we say it's associated with the human minds, right? Such as perceiving, reasoning, learning, problem solving, etc. Okay, so those are some of those elements which you see on a day-to-day basis. In fact, IBM has also come up with something called Watson Health. Okay, I don't know whether you've heard about it. Watson chatbot or Watson Health is something which IBM had pioneered a couple of years back, right? Way back in 2010, 11, we had actually come out with that, and which is actually helping in screening cancer treatments across the world. Okay, so doctors in hospitals are depending on Watson, IBM Watson, which has got AI inbuilt for treatment, because you have no idea, or you have no time to consume what is happening in every part of the world, where some new journal, some new white paper is being released by somebody, and you have no idea. Your doctors are busy, right? Busy attending patients. They don't have time to actually attend that. Whereas AI has an ability to read every journal which is being published, and then it will give you data points for the doctor to say, okay, if these are all the symptoms, and this is what your diagnostics say for your patients, and this should be the line of treatment. Okay, so AI is something which is actually there, tremendously used everywhere in the world. Now, AI also produces a lot of data, right? So Rumi was talking about all the data which you kind of produce on a day-to-day manner. So in fact, there are reports out there which says that there are 2.5 quintillion bytes of data which are produced by humans every day. Would you know how many zeros are there in a quintillion? There are 18 zeros in a quintillion. Okay, So that amount of data is produced every day. Okay. So 463 hexabytes of data will be generated by humans by 2025. So you don't want to know how many zeros are there. Okay. Just on Instagram alone, if you look at it, 95 million photographs and videos are being shared every day on Instagram. So imagine the amount of data which is there, and you have to make sense out of it. Okay. Sense of large, diverse data sets for business users. Ultimately it's all about business decisions which needs to be made, which needs to be made at speed, and you should also have the confidence that you're making the right decisions. Then that is where data analytics actually come into effect, right? So it includes text analytics, machine learning, predictive analytics, data mining, statistics, natural language processing. So you don't have to be, oh, what the hell, man? These are all very technical terms. I'm not an engineer. I'm not a techie. I don't know what this means for me, right? That doesn't matter. It's about patterns. Okay. Data and data analytics is also about how do you look at patterns, data patterns. So even an arts graduate who's good with the right brain, visualizing patterns, will be able to really associate themselves with data analytics. Okay, because it's all about how do you position structured data, unstructured data, and make sure that it is made available. And then from there, how do you get relevant information, relevant knowledge? Because from data, you have to create information. From information, you derive knowledge, right? So that's where you kind of structure it. So irrespective of whether you are a techie or a non-techie, I think data analytics is good because it actually uses the whole concept of right brain as well, right? And this whole concept of STEM, you've heard of STEM, right? STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, which is moving to STEAM, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And arts is coming primarily because of data analytics, okay? Because of the fact that you have to visualize data. Now let's look at another buzzword, which is IoT, Internet of Things. Again, right from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, you are surrounded by devices which are connected to the internet, right? In fact, by the end of 2020, they say that close to 35 billion devices are going to be connected to the internet. Okay, maybe hitting 50 billion by 2021. And the market, if you look at just the IoT market, we're talking about like $250 billion worth of market in 2020 alone, right? By 2025, it's going to go to $1,560 billion. So imagine if you are an IoT, somebody who's got IoT skills, who are working with devices, who know how devices talk to each other. Okay, you have the kind of potential you have is just outstanding. Okay, and if you, again, I don't want to go into stats, but just the number of people we need just in India, I'm talking just in India alone. Okay, you know that India has got the youngest population in the world. Close to around, I don't know, probably 50%, 50.2% of the people are in the right working age group. Okay, and the number of jobs which are actually required just in data and artificial intelligence alone by 2021 or 2022 will be around 500,000 jobs, which are actually a shortfall. So if you, Open P-Tech is a great first step which you can take. Go there, understand that maybe, and that's a path which you decide to take and actually move on, right? So that's around IoT, right? Another buzzword is around blockchain. No, I've heard so much about blockchain. What is blockchain? No, that seems too complex. But I'm sure that you would have heard the most widely used application from blockchain. Any guesses? Anybody can kind of give a guess on the chat. What's the most widely used, which all of us would have heard about it? On what's the most widely used one? Have you heard about Bitcoins? There you go. Yeah, Jaita. Bitcoins. Okay, it is one of the most well-known application which is actually built on the whole concept of blockchain. Okay, it's a tool. Bitcoin is a tool, but blockchain is a platform. Okay, it's a platform where we are saying where there is. So let me try and explain it in very layman terms. Where you do not have trust between parties. Okay, blockchain provides an opportunity. The blockchain platform provides an opportunity to establish the concept of trust in that. Okay, it is also driven by consensus, which means if there are multiple parties in the blockchain platform, okay, so instead of talking theory, let me take an example. Okay, if you are in the finance industry, you have you are an exporter and an importer. Okay, you are somebody in India who's importing stuff from China. Oh, okay, let's not take China. No, you are importing something from Europe. Okay, from Ukraine. You are reaching out to somebody in Ukraine and say, hey, I need this kind of a motorized device, and that's something which you have the ability to provide. So can you provide? He says yes. You don't know, you're not seeing the guy, you don't know whether he's trustworthy or not. The amount of supply chain and logistics which are involved in him trying to get his banks to provide him the finance for him to manufacture, send it through the logistics company, ship across the seas, land in India, for you to then pay him back. There is a lot of parties involved. Okay, so just in the field of supply chain, export, import, there is a lot of players, right from the local banks which are there in Europe to your banks who are there in India, and you as a importer, that person as an exporter. Everybody needs to be on the same platform. Everybody needs to be on the same understanding for you to have trust. That's not going to happen. So platforms like blockchain comes in with an element of trust. Okay, they have concepts, they have controlled privacy, they have a concept of consensus. Once you would have heard about something called you would hear this concept of shared ledger in the blockchain platform. So that is one guy does a transaction that is there on the ledger, and that cannot be changed. Okay, and then there are multiple people who would have to approve that, and then there is consensus. So there's concept of consensus, then there is concept of finality, which means that once you put in, you cannot change it. So there are close to around 120 odd blockchain platforms which are out there trying to build trust in industries. Now in India, for example, the government of Telangana came out with blockchain platform for real estate registrations. You have no idea what land you're buying, right? Some agricultural land, you have enough and more news reports which you read that, oh, that same land is being sold to 10 different people, and then all your hard-earned money is gone to a toss. Telangana government has come with a platform where blockchain technology is going to be used, where you can see every transaction. This land, who has bought it earlier, who has bought that earlier, who has bought it earlier. So there is a complete list of all the transactions. So there is a concept of trust which is actually built in. Okay, so irrespective of which industry you are in, whether you are in the insurance industry, whether you are in food manufacturing, okay, there's a lot of consciousness about where my food is going to come from. Is it cocoa? Is it coming from Africa? Is it coming from are we paying the right wages for these people? Right? Diamonds, another great example. Women's closest friend. Okay, and where are these diamonds coming from? Which part of the world are they coming from? So there's an element of trust which needs to be built in. So that is about blockchain. Okay, so there is something called hyper ledger there, which is a project which is the platform, and IBM actually uses that. And this concept of blockchain kind of gives you that element of trust and things like that. Okay, even in India, there is a blockchain platform which is used for the by
अच्छा वो
the
आज
telecom.
मीटिंग के 5 बजे क्या हुआ?
I agree, Abdul. So there's a blockchain. So there is a blockchain platform which is there for telecom providers like Airtel, which is there. All your stuff like your subscribers preference, your complaints management, your filtering, even your blocking of SMSs, your spam filtering. Even if you change from one provider to another provider, you go from Airtel to Jio, all that data will actually be transferred there. So that is blockchain, which is happening in the background. Okay. Obviously, then you need cyber security. There's so much of data. Aren't you concerned about your own privacy? Yes, I'm putting so much of stuff out there. How do I know what is happening? Who's taking care of it? Who's looking into it? Right. So imagine if, as a consumer, you are concerned about data privacy. How much will enterprises be concerned about data privacy? Okay, you could actually go bankrupt if you do not have good security policies in place to take care of your customers' security, customers' data security, and especially in the world now, concept like GDPR has actually come in the Europe, where there is a lot of tremendous amount of focus on making sure that data is not going out, it's not misutilized, and but in spite of all that, you still have a lot of personal data issues. Even the whole controversies around my data, your data, Aadhaar, and all that still comes up, right? So the concept of data security and the importance of it. If you are creating so much of data every day, okay, you need to be confident that it needs to be secure. So that's a whole lot of data security there. So that imagine the amount of potential for people who are just looking into data security there. Okay, so again, things like, so those are some of those buzzwords. I'm not going to again spend time on going much more into detail. There are again concepts like design thinking, which is putting the customer at the center of all your experience and making sure that you design your processes, your tools around it. So courses like that that is very, very widely used in every organization now, including IBM. Okay, agile methodologies, again, very widely used across industries. All these courses are actually available on the Open P-Tech platform. So by the time you are completing your education, you are all set to go and hit the road running when you go and join an organization. And as Rumi mentioned, the fact that you're earning these badges, you are just jumping the queue, right? You can just jump the queue and say, of all the 100,000 employee candidates who are applying for the job, I've got here these 4 badges, these 5 badges, which immediately puts you in front of the line. Okay, so I'll stop now. I think I've talked a lot. I hope you got a little bit about what these buzzwords mean and how it could potentially evoke some interest in your participants here. Okay.
Yes, thank you so much, sir. Actually, I personally always wondered what blockchain actually really means, and you explained it very nicely with an example, and I think a lot of people, it helped a lot of people. So moving on, when we talk about careers, we know that one can learn a lot from those who have actually worked in a particular role that we are targeting to work in under. So, Mahashweta ma'am, you have been working with IBM for more than 15 years. Would you like to tell us how you started your career and how has your journey been so far?
Yes, thank you, Yash. Hello, everyone. My esteemed colleagues from IBM, my fellow mentors from AFH, and the young, energetic faces. Good evening. With the super, insights from Manoj and Rumi, are you ready to have a roller coaster ride with Open P-Tech, girls? Let me see an energetic yes on the chat box. Do I see an yes there?
Wow.
Yes. Okay, good. So I am mostly known as Maha from, to my friends as well as colleagues. So let me give you a general sneak peek into Maha's thoughts around being an IBMer. Okay, a Friday evening, just like today's, a few weeks ago, I get a call from the delivery partner of the elite account of 800 people that I support as account quality lead. Right? He says, Maha, our senior partner would like us to assess the maturity of our account with respect to IBM Garage implementation. We would like to take a value proposition to the customer. Can you help? Now, IBM Garage, by the way, is a methodology which can help a client take a product or service to the end customer very, very quickly, right? Keeping in mind customer's priority and customer's necessity. So it makes use of all the technologies that Manoj had been talking about, right? So I have never explored IBM Garage before this, and I'm asked to help senior leadership, and that too within a week. What do? I make a couple of calls to get connected to the right people, and by 9 p.m. IST, the very evening, I was talking extensively to the distinguished engineer who is leading IBM Garage model in the organization and is working out of China. I got to know of new tools. I got to learn them quickly. He connected me to certain subject matter experts, and we were collaborating as if we had known each other for years. That is how it is to be an IBMer. You are in a big blue happening ocean, but the ease of reaching out to colleagues, whatever the seniority and whatever the geography, is amazing, right? So any learning you see in this story, would you like to share in the chat box? Maybe a couple of words? What do you take away from this story, from this experience that I had? Anybody? Come on. That's good. That's good. Yes. Yes. So what I would like to tell you, yes, it is always okay to learn. Yes. Learning is a tool you can get for experience. IBM is a great place to work. Yes. Of course, yes to all. But from my side, one learning I would take away from this is seek help. There is no shame in reaching out. Being vulnerable is the most courageous thing to do. You learn the most, and also you gain the trust of people, right? Another story. Rewind to April this year. Pandemic had hit, morals were down, right? Cloud of uncertainty everywhere, right? But IBM was continuing the reskilling and upskilling programs for the employees with the same vigor, if not more. I dug out opportunities to appear for a few learnings, trainings internally, and then followed by certain external certifications back to back. These are not mandatory for my current role, but they are hot skills and will certainly give an edge to my work. And guess what? Those virtual trainings reinforced my intent of exploring much more in this domain, right? And also as a bonus, I built up a very valuable professional relationship with one of the trainers from Singapore, who is an outstanding mentor, right? And from then on, we kept on exchanging with each other our, ideas and feed forwards. That is how it is to be an IBMer. Now tell me again, any takeaway from this story? What do you say?
Looking at the
Yes.
of everything.
Bring it on. Yes, never stop learning, never stop learning. Yeah. So if I may tell you two things on this, right? One is continuous learning. You are bang on. Continuous learning is essential to stay relevant and stay positive, even in challenging situations. Number two, network, network, and network. Seize every opportunity to build up your network, right? Let people know you, what you can bring to the table. You never know where you can find hidden gems and also where you can fit in as a valuable gem. By the way, did you notice I used a word feed forward instead of feedback? Any guesses? What does that mean? What does feed forward mean? I used feed forward instead of feedback. Yes. Hmm. Okay, great. Yes, yes, yes. So feed forward means ask, how do I improve every time you ask somebody for a feedback, right? Don't, be satisfied hearing that you are doing well, or maybe you need to do better. Ask, what do I need to do to go to the next level? That is what is feed forward, you know? Okay, so now I will rewind back to 2011 end. Had just got a promotion, but then at the same time, I had also just applied for leave of absence, LOA, for a few months in order to be with my daughter, who was in the third standard then, right? A few months down the line, it was time to go back to office. And I must admit that I did contemplate a few times, do I leave the job to continue to be with her? Then I told myself, let me join back and see how I can manage. Leaving is just a minute's click on the button, right? I can do that anytime. I can do that even after joining back the company, right? And am I happy today that I did not click that button then? I am a person who wants to stay involved in meaningful ways, right, at work as well as in relationships. I'm sure you are too. So I'm thankful for the decision I took then, and I'm thankful to my family for the support as well. So time to hear from you, young ladies. Again, any learning from this experience of mine? That's great. That's so heartwarming to hear that. Yes, 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 absolutely. You are a smart, group of people. So yes, if you say one learning, I would say do not quit. There will be hills when you, might strongly feel like quitting. But if that thought comes to you, I would say take it as an opportunity to sit down with yourself, shuffle your thoughts, to dig out ways and means that can make you stay on and not quit. You are bound to come up with options. And thanks to Aspire for Her, you will have mentors now who have been there and done that. And along with Aspire for Her, you are going to have so many other organizations, right? Like IBM. And you will have mentors from IBM also come and speak to you, right? So you will have a lot of encouragement there. We did not have that privilege at our times, right? So now let me tell you about the trajectory of my career. I'm a civil engineer from an esteemed engineering institution, same as Madhura, and got into one of the best design consultancy firms, right, at the time, right from the campus. Fast forward 7 years later, with a rich work experience in design, plus a master's degree in structural engineering, I had this immense curiosity to explore the IT industry. So I took an extensive course, appeared for Sun Java certification, got certified, and jumped the boat, realizing very well that I will be at least 5 years behind my colleagues in the IT industry, right? And consciously accepting it, because the urge to know the unknown was very high for me. So 4 years in Skytech, and then came the opportunity to join Big Blue IBM. And here I have moved to several roles: developer, project lead, project manager, delivery manager. Then I was PAL SPOC, practice area lead SPOC, and now account quality lead. So these are the external roles I played, but almost in every role, I also played an internal role of being a mentor to teams. As someone said, you can change jobs here in IBM without changing the organization. There are so many paths, believe me. Did I know when I passed out of college that I will be in front of you today as a proud IBMer? No, but things do fall in place. So don't feel overwhelmed. Start small, prioritize actions, take things to closure, and keep on moving. Remember, you will never be completely ready. Have a growth mindset, try, fail fast, take failures as, ways to learn and progress, right? But be conscious always. One more notion I would like to disentangle a bit with you today, as Manoj and Rumi both harped on. Many of you have a preconceived notion and an inhibition that these technology courses are meant for only engineers and science stream students. Yes, there is a robust path, for technology in IBM and other similar organizations as well, like IT architect, IT specialist, etc. But I would like to give you an example of a role called UX designer, user experience designer. This is a pretty hot job, right now, and one which is set to become even more popular in the coming days. CNN ranked it 14th in their top 100 jobs list, stating that it will, the number of UX design positions will increase by 18% by 2028. What skill do you feel will be absolutely needed for UX designer? Any guesses, or do you know? Creativity, innovation, good. Okay, so let me tell you, it is not only about a person being super creative, right? On the other extreme, it is also not about only having technology related qualifications. You will be surprised that empathy and keen interest in problem solving are very valuable skills for these roles, right? So that you can understand the end user journey map and walk towards making the end customers' lives easy, right? And along with that, of course, as need to know the nitty gritties of that, UX designer role that you can always learn, right? And along with that, a strong awareness of how businesses work and a strong hold on the technology will certainly make you stand in a far better state to bring in customer delight. You might not code, but you will be able to interact with coders meaningfully. You will be able to interact with customers on feasibility of certain features in the product, right? This is what technology does to you. Leadership roles like project managers, scrum masters in agile deliveries, client partner roles, executive roles, they are not hardcore technical roles, but ask them, don't they know the technology behind it? Technology certainly is the enabler to be more confident and capable of suggesting options to customers, to help customers experience something that maybe customers themselves do not know they are missing out on, right? So in my current leadership role, for example, I need to lap up the knowledge about automation, artificial intelligence, agile, and many other concepts to be able to propose and help. Although my role is not directly a coding type of a role anymore. So even if you are into entrepreneurship, right? In this digital era, a hold on technology is a must to take, informed decisions for your business. Cybersecurity, Manoj already mentioned, is mandatory to safeguard against hackers. You as an owner will need to have an overall idea what it is about, right? With the habit of learning as the best, acquiring skills and experiences as the ingredients, and a generous topping of motivation and the right mentors, that of course AFH will help you get, everything is possible. Write on the experiences of your members while enriching your own experience, right? So success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives. These are not my words. These are words of Michelle Obama. And you can only make a difference to others' lives if you first take care of yourself. You yourself stay on and stay relevant in whatever career you choose to pursue, right? So can I see you ladies write in the chat box? I am in, I will stay on. Thank you, Yash. Back to you. Yes, good. Thank you, girls. It was so good to
would like to
you.
say something.
Wow, this is fantastic. And I just wanted to say it was so inspirational to hear all of you Thank you so much. It just means so much that you're all here with us. But I wanted to just leave you all with one more thought, that we soft launched Open P-Tech a few days back. Okay, and Yash, who leads learning for us at Aspire for Her, actually ensured that there was a proper soft launch. Rumi, Manoj, Maha, all of them helped us very much. And a lot of people, we realized instantly after doing that soft launch, we didn't even tell too many people about it, all started taking on the courses and started promptly, enjoying them. They have loved the courses. They have become fans of the courses. And Rumi, Manoj, Maha, I must compliment you all for the sort of courses that you all have designed for young minds. And, Jaita was in fact very keen. She wanted to showcase the courses the way, because Rumi, she was seeing that you were trying to get it done and didn't sort of manage to do it because of your tech issue. But Jaita, if you guys want to just spend one more minute, Jaita, if you can share your screen.
Sure.
Jaita loved the courses and she said, I want to show it. So I said, this is a good idea. We can't hear you, Jaita, but.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Oops.
Just a second. I guess it's probably my net. Just give me a minute.
Yeah. Jaita, go back to the main screen and try logging in again. So log out and log in again. But while we are doing that,
I have the app on the laptop itself, so just give me a minute.
Sure, sure.
I wanted to also thank a lot of the college principals and professors, authorities who have, come in and graced the occasion today. So Dr. Neena Roy Chaudhary, I can see her here. Thank you very much, ma'am, for being here with us today. I saw Dr. Vanita some time back. So I think it's been a great day for us to also sort of renew our, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here.
Hi. Thank you, Madhura.
Can everyone see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So as you all can see, it's like so these are like the recent activities, the batch courses that are there over here, and it's very easy to use. Like you can just use the link from the chat box to sign up for the courses and then explore whatever courses are there. There are courses for AI and then data sciences, cloud computing, and it's very easy, like even to use and to learn, and it's so user friendly. There are like literally comics in the middle of the the content has comics and they are so easy and like to understand and everything. It's really fun. So I hope you all like it and do try these because they are amazing.
And someone asked a question saying, do you have people who are non-engineers who actually can do the course? So let me tell you that Jaita is not an engineer. She is not an engineering student. And even within IBM, we have a lot of mentors and supporters who are actually non-engineers. And as we go through Open P-Tech, through this journey with IBMers, I'm sure that they will all come and also address you from time to time, because that's the idea. The idea is not to just leave you with some courses. The idea is to be a partner in this engaging learning journey of yours. So that's what I wanted to say. But thank you from my side, and over to you, Yashashvi, Rumi, and everyone else.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you, Rumi, ma'am, Mahashweta, ma'am, and Manoj, sir. It was such a lovely session. I'm already seeing so many comments saying that people are loving the session. People loved the session and found it very informative. So as we promised, we will be giving out certificates. There's a link in the chat box. You can click on that link and fill the form. Your certificate will be mailed to you. You will also receive the link to sign up for the courses, and you can start your learning journey there. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I really
you.
enjoyed this. All the best.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See you on Open P-Tech,
Happy
everyone.
learning.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.